Hey everybody, this is Dex. I wanted to share with you some thoughts about a knife I just picked up. This is the ESEE Churp, and I thought this is a pretty cool looking retro package, and so I give it a shot here. Not too expensive. I think Blade HQ has these for just under $20 in this version with the G10 scales. Comes in a couple different options for color, and also I think some micarta scales and carbon fiber version as well. So this particular one's bright yellow, obviously. These scales have a little bit of texture to them, you can hear, with this, pretty stiff spoon clip. It turns into a bit of a pocket chewer. That said, it's also a fairly small knife, and so this might be one that you could just pocket instead of trying to clip on. In addition, it's a nail nick open, so it's not going to be a fast deployment. So having to dig into your pocket to get it is maybe not the end of the world. The blade here is pretty nice for a $20 knife. It's 85 thousandths stock D2. It's a full flat grind down to just about 20 thousandths behind the edge. It's a pretty nicely done grind. There's a little bit of asymmetry in the secondary bevel up here, but it's a nice slicey knife. And again, for less than $20, it's just about as nice as you could expect. For me, the problem with this knife is this liner lock here. It's pretty prominent and it's fairly thin compared to the rest of the knife. It happens to be right where I would put my index finger. So I either get quite a bit of a hot spot there, or my index finger wants to slide forward and intersect the heel of the blade here. And that's how I'm going to end up getting cut. This is not an isolated problem. I have a Bradford Guardian, which I love and use pretty extensively. The finger choil is quite a bit bigger, but you still have this unprotected heel here that allows you to get cut, and I've done that a number of times. And I think Bradford recognizes that because they've come out with a Bradford Guardian 3.2. It's got a little bit of a guard there now. So that said, I love this knife and I use it quite a bit. So it's just something to be aware of. And with pocket knife, though, I'm not super keen on that. So I think I'm going to end up making some modifications, which I'll share with you here in just a minute. Just to give you a sense for size, again, this is about a 2 3/4 inch blade. Most of that is cutting edge. Overall, it's about six, 6 1/4 inches. Here it is with my much loved Mint Delica in M4. It's about the same amount of cutting edge, just about 2 3/4 inches. Obviously, a very different handle on the Delica, very different ergonomics. Another similarly sized knife is a Swiss Army Tinker. This is in a 90 millimeter package, if you will, so just get a sense for comparison there. So for this knife, in order to carry it, I think what I'm going to need to do is pop the scales off and grind a little recess in here so I can access that, and then grind down the liner lock tab here so that's closer to flush with the scales. And then this will be a safer, more usable knife for me. That said, that's a lot of work for a $20 knife, and I can't imagine that many people are going to want to do all of that instead of just finding another different $20 knife to buy. So your mileage may vary, and for some people this may not be an issue at all, but for me it's a pretty significant one. So I wanted to share that. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, leave those below, and thanks for watching.